All rise. Quando, Omni, Flunkus, Moritati. Bow your heads for the man's prayer. I'm a man, but I can change if I have to, I guess. Well, here we are, the 748th meeting of Possum Lodge. This is the last meeting of the decade. How about that one, eh? Yeah, more about that a little bit later. But right now, I don't think we've ever had as many new members as we have this month. So I'm going to read them off, but I'll try to break them up a little bit with other really interesting stuff. Here we go. Let's start with Ontario. We got Brian O'Connor, David Mellenbacher, and Jesse Mellenbacher. And we got Derek Breeden and Corey Beezer. They're all from Ontario. Oh, and also Matthew Wambold, I guess that is. Yeah, those are Ontario. Nova Scotia gives us David Bradley. Alberta gives us Derek Wetch, I guess, I don't know. Peter McDonald from New Brunswick. David Betts from Indiana. Jay Flint, Jack Moore, Dennis. Those three are all from Indiana. Now we go to Michigan. Dennis Smith, Jeff Sheedy, Justin Mosenow, and Scott Belcola, I guess. This must be fun for you. We got a couple from New York, Michael Laspada Jr. and Gene Hinckley. Oklahoma gives us Donald R. Mulkey. Texas, we got a few. Travis, James Shull, Alan Bryant, Luke Westbrook, and Paul Clark. From Arizona, we got Lynn Cantrell, Jacob and Ben Pennington, and also Kelvin Pennington. 3 Penningtons from Arizona. And by the way, once you're a lodge member, you qualify to maybe one day be member of the month. And our member of the month this month, it's amazing to me how many of them are ladies. This one is Helen Holmquist from Utah. So go to the member of the month tab there and check out, and you'll see all the members of the month registered way back 6.5 years ago. All right, back to the new members. One more from Arizona, Phil Goff. Now we switch. This fellow's Army Post Office, so you don't know where he is, and there's probably a good reason for that. Tyler Willett, welcome. Thomas Baldwin and Brad M. Poplin and Mike Maloney, and also Chuck Robideau, all from Ohio, all 4 of those. Illinois gives us Steve Parmley, Terry B. Carey. Terry Carey, what a great name. Al Bowen, AJ Bowen. Sorry, AJ. Washington gives us Gavin Allen, Evan Moyer, Alexander Bazinski, and Tom Kelsch and Doug Schleiss. Missouri, Lawrence Link and Jeff German. Another military person, James C. Stewart, Fleet Post Office, whatever that, I guess that'd be Navy, I guess, eh? Wisconsin gives us Franklin Miller. Iowa gives us David Pritchard. Idaho, Lucas Weldon. From Minnesota, we got Harry Hanslick, Kevin Cummings, Kevin Cornelius, Anna K. Harm, David P. Harm Sr., Connor Norris. Now we go to Wyoming. Dennis Goodice. I'm going to say that. Okay, pick one. Where was I? Oh, yeah. And Ronald E. Brunning from Arizona. We got a few from Arizona. Caitlin Keberly, Tyler Brown, and J.D. Mike Mikulski. Now in New Hampshire gives us Gregory Liakos. Kansas City gives us, or not Kansas City, Kansas, the state of Kansas, gives us Daniel G. Seeberger, Donald P. Martin, and Stan Bruno. Okay, I'll get back to those in a minute. I got a couple of interesting things going on. First of all, these hats, it's a Canadian military cap. It's a field maneuvers cap, it's called. We've been trying to get these things for 30 years. Well, we finally got them. Not a whole lot of them, but we got them. And they'll be in the Possum Lodge store soon. Not right now, but certainly by the time of the Customer Appreciation Month of February, check it out. And you'll see the hats there. They're in 2 sizes. One is kind of normal, and one, if you got a real fat head, they got the large. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there's normal and there's large. And then the other thing, I started talking about the collections are coming out in a log cabin while we're moving right along with that. And I would say by the next meeting, end of January, I should have a model of that cabin to show you. So I'm pretty excited about that. Okay. Let's get back to the list. This will finish her off. Rhode Island gives us Daryl James Arthur, Ian Corbin, and Bob Cropper. Kentucky, Willard Wesley, Floyd Ladd, Walter Shipman, Timothy Shipman. Now we go to Vermont. John Kent. Pennsylvania gives us Antique Rocker. Odd name for a person. Sean Taylor. Bon V. Jovi. That's from Hawaii. Bon Jovi lives in Hawaii now, apparently. Tennessee gives us Billy McCabe. Utah, we got Andre Velez Tuero. And Georgia, Latanya Maney, Wayne Whitmarsh. Florida gives us John Berline and Lucas Berline, brothers probably. M.A., Massachusetts. Bradford J. Farrell and Ed Gregoire. And Colorado, Terry Vale and Blaze J. Barstow. Wow. Okay, I don't know there's ever been that many members join in 1 month before. Anyway, you're a member. Welcome to the Lodge. You can go through the website and go all the way back, like I say, 6.5 years, look at all the Lodge meetings and all the announcements and the photo gallery and anything you want to contribute, please do. But right now I want to tell you about, we got some big changes coming in this year. Starting at the end of June, the Lodge meetings, like the one I'm doing right now, and the Twitch thing that the young fellow's doing, Dave Smith is doing, they're all going to be moving into a podcast, Possum Lodge podcast. So this website's going to change a little bit. It'll still have the members only section, and that'll have the Lodge meetings in it and the announcements in it, like it always has. But there'll be another section that's strictly for people who want to subscribe to the podcast. And then you don't need to be a Lodge member to get into that section. I don't want you to feel like you're being cheated. They're not getting the podcast for nothing. They're going to have to pay $1 a month, which may be a deal breaker. In fact, as a Lodge member, you're allowed to also subscribe to the podcast. It's only $1 a month, and you can cancel at any time. And if you bought a Lodge membership, you're obviously made of money. So anyway, that's out there. There'll be lots to talk about it, lots of things, but it's going to be kind of a neat thing where we're still working on planning. But one of the things it's going to be, it's not just going to be me talking. Dave Smith and I are going to host it, and we're going to have lots of characters on there, including ones from this TV show that you never saw, like Moose Thompson, Old Man Sedgwick, Stinky Peterson, and so on and so on. So it's going to be quite different, and hopefully in a good way. And you're going to meet all the people from the whole Possum Lake area and Port Asbestos and Mercury Creek and the entire Tri-County area. I'm going to have lots more information on that by the end of January, but I wanted to tell you guys first because you are the Lodge members. We're also going to have a way for you to ask questions in the podcast. You get preferential treatment because Lodge members get to ask us a question. We may not answer it, we may ignore it, we may just burn it, but at least you get to send it in there and give it a chance. Like I say, I'll have lots more information by the end of the month. Until then, have yourselves a happy New Year. Don't drink anything you can't spell. If you can't spell beer, you may already have had too much. Let's all have a great 2020. And to do that, all you need to do, as you know, is keep your stick on the ice.